Hey, young man, young lady, young man, young lady, got a little message for you today. Now we talk about do a little dabbling in relationships. You know, I say relationships. Wow, yeah, because it is that's complex. And I'm not no expert in relationships per se, but I think after a certain amount of years, I'm almost gonna be 50s. I mean, that's like another 2, 3 years from now. Wow, God bless. I'm not complaining. I lived. It's not easy to beat the statistics out there. You know what I'm talking about, okay? Regardless of the color, just to be a guy in general, and to be a lady in general too. You guys who are watching the whole female. It's a lot. I want to talk to the ladies in particular, guys. You too, but most of the ladies, because some things they won't let you say, "Hey, kitty." It's a precious thing. Something they won't let you. They won't let you. They won't let us say too much on YouTube, and I don't know how they may not perceive it. But I want you guys to understand something. You look at the videos. There's a pattern in the videos. Okay, there's a pattern in what I'm saying. There's a pattern in what God has placed in my heart to tell you. There's a pattern of when it comes out, and what time it is. And though you may not see many views now, I hope that you may tune in at some point to take a look and see, well, what is he talking about? Talking about you guys, talking about your salvation, talking about myself, talking about how we have to answer for what we do in and outside of our bodies in this world. We thinking we can live life like just do what we want to, go where we want to, play with who we want to, talk to who we want to, eat what we want to, and just do anything we want with no repercussions and no accountability. That's not how it goes. Look around you. Everything is in balance and order. Look around you. When food gets decayed, right? How does it decay? Bacteria eats it up. You don't see it, but it works. When things are made, if you don't take care of maintain it, it gets destroyed. So what do you think about yourself and your body and your life? Think about it, right? You're made so uniquely fashioned. You design them, boy or girl, who you are, and then you want to transition yourself. God, you have to answer to God for what you're doing in your actions in your own body. But think about it, right? Young ladies in particular, those I said before, those seeking a spouse, a partner, those may not. And I'm not talking angry. I'm just talking to more for one concern and one who just says, hey, been there, like a lot of women, love women. Women are just precious to me in general. But I like them as my sisters, and I told you before, I like to see pregnant mommies and stuff. They have such an interesting thing about them. And I say, why? Because it's like I'm so curious of what this little child inside of you is going to be like one day when they get older. God knows what it's going to be like, but I don't know. And I'm just curious: is this the next good person or bad person? Is this the next child that's good or bad? You know? Think about it, right? Are you good or bad? How did you start off? You know, you're asking yourself, it's like, well, you know, things happen and things are, somebody's who did somebody said somebody did. You could have 1,000 reasons, but you look at the present now. Where are you heading? If your life was to be taken from you now, where are you gonna go? If your life was to be snuck from you now, if you were to lose arms, legs, get scars, burns, fire, shot, something happened to you now. Same thing here. I'm asking everything I say to you myself as well, right? 4 fingers pointing back with one going forward, right? What would happen to you? We think we live in this life and it's everything just wonderful, everything just happens as it is, or the juxtaposition or the opposite. You may be born in a hard life in this system. I had one I wanted to send to you guys called Grasshoppers and Ants, and somehow I can't get the video yet. I gotta try and find it. But we have people in this world who set up in a certain way who says they wanna be able to control everything and they wanna have the few govern the many. But the few can't govern the many unless the many give themselves over to be governed. So I can talk more about that later on when they get a platform for that. But if you want to talk in general, well, let's talk about it in relationship terms, you know. And you say how this your relationships can be, say a kin, the term of kin. Cats beat themselves in the corner. You know what's going on. You can be a thing too. House maintenance, car maintenance, garden maintenance, woodpeckers pecking or whatever. I mean, think about it. Your life as a guy or woman can be taken in so many different levels. You know how complex your life is, and only God knows the rest because we don't know. We can only look on the outside and think we see what we see, and hopefully we can fix what we can't fix. What we cannot fix, can't fix the mind. So for those out there, and I was trying to think it for those who in suicide and stuff. Why? Because I know plenty of people who look good, talk good, sound good. Not just women, guys too. But most of the women I know are the ones. They're a lot more. Well, I'm not going to judge anything. This is a children too. A lot of people are very sensitive to things around them and what comments and actions, behaviors, and a lot of them tend to think that the only way out of it is to end their lives or just to say that it's not enough, I can't fix it, and just to give up. We're not to be giving up in this life. You can't stop. And for the ladies in particular, I guess my heart kind of goes out to you guys because I told you I came from a relationship or a family relationship whereby your father wasn't the best. And I got nothing to hide. He was a bad guy, very domestically violent person too. My mom treated her very badly. A lot of abuse. Kicks, punches, knives, pushed down the stairs, kicked mops in the face, threats, cheating, abuse, holding head down, knocking out, beating with stick. I mean, you talk about this, yeah, inappropriate content. I mean, and many ladies who are watching this, you know what I'm talking about. But we've been told growing up that you got to keep it quiet, get it straight in order, keep it hush, keep it on the wraps, relationships. Well, for the young girls looking for a potential spouse or partner, what do you think you're gonna get into? It's gonna be all wonderful and nice? I hope so. I do wish so. I do wish you, trust me, I wish the best for you guys. But if it doesn't work out that way, if you see your person start to have a mentality change and it's like they're not treating you as lovely and kindly and tenderly as they did before, what you gonna do about it? You gonna stick it out because it looks good and because your family says you shouldn't change, or what's your friends gonna think? You can't keep a good relationship, you can't get a good man, you can't get this. What do you need a man for anyway? Oh, he's preaching single. I'm not talking that. You need a man. God said your desire should be unto a man. God made you to want a man, to have a man, to be a desire. Let me see how to put it. To have your desire be a man. And let me not speak for God in other context. Let me make sure I say it correctly. God said your desire should be unto your husband, meaning that you will want to do what is right and pleasing to your husband, a potential partner, as a husband should be. What about those who are single dating? Yeah. Stop shacking up. Stop staying with people that are not your husband and wives. Yeah, you heard it. Stop. Why? Because it's not what it's supposed to be. If I'm going to be trying everything out in the store first, well, I need to get the store for after. Well, I need to come back and buy it for a second time. So if your guy friend loves you so much, he'll respect you. This shit's going to respect your boundaries. But if he's trying to get everything under the skin, take everything out of your body out of you and put everything in every orifice possible, and you thinking this is love, you're confused. Okay? If you're thinking this guy is supposed to be just there, hug you and just to smell on you and to feel you up and to suck this and suck that and lick this and lick that, you're confused. Your body's not to be licked like some candy stick. What do you think this is? You're dishonoring yourself and your body, potentially infections also. I speak the words only on my own. I'm not speaking for anybody else. And don't get upset per se, but I'm saying, think about it. You want to try some of the things because you're so bored with yourself. You're so bored with your life. You're so bored of how things are going. You're thinking that it's like, oh, relationships, I got to try this. Let's try Kama Sutra. Nonsense. Nonsense. Kama Sutra what? Suppose you're not, oh goodness. Nonsense. Why not just simply say, I love you, and just show it by actions? Why not think for yourself? Why you have somebody you have to show you the pictures in a book? You don't know how to do something? Come on, man. Your body will figure out how to do it in its own. Come on. You insulted me. I ain't insulting nobody. I'm just telling you straight up. Stop living for other people. Live for yourself. Live as how God made you to be. Okay? Constantly trying to please people and trying to tell them, if I would do this way, if I do this, if I do this, my boyfriend will like me more. If I wear this, if I wear this. Now here's something. I'll tell you from a guy's point of view. I like to see people, beautiful girls. I like to, women. I love women. I tell you, they look good. They're nice, smell good. Women just amazing. Look how they can do their hips and dance. Some of these dances, I'm like, oh yeah. But at the same time, yeah, they're different. The way they walk is different. Guys are different. And they say, oh, man, I can't even say what they. Women are different, and that's what's nice about them. They're different. Let them be so and stay so. That's what God made them to be. Man, you're different too. You're complex, man. You're not like anybody else. I mean, look at you. Listen, women birth these men, right? By the grace of God. Make them in a special way. Handle them, care for them, nurture them, take care of them. And single parents, you're not exempt from this. You have a very important role to play too. But women birth them. But the men, when you become real men, you understand who you are in relation to God and yourself and to others. When you're not comparing yourself to other people, but you're comparing yourself to God and yourself. Understand? Comparing yourself to God and yourself. You see your true power and your true essence of who you are. You're not scared or intimidated by people. Now, I'm not saying you got to be, I'm not even messing with the gangs and all that stuff here. But I'm saying, you were born solo. You can be solo and still be accompanied by strength and power. Women want men who are strong, who are reliable, who are honest, who are kind. Remember the song back in the days, MC Line? I want a roughneck. This roughnecks will rough you up, and then they'll leave you and rough somebody else up. You asked for it. Didn't you say you wanted that? So you want a guy who can throw you up on the wall and pin you up like 50 Shades of Grey, right? Or 50 Shades of Grey, black, blue, and the red, whatever. You want to pin? All these heavy breathing and lustful passions and, oh God, I love you. Come on, man. Think about the reality. What happens after that? After that night is over, or 2 nights, 3 nights, 4, 5 nights, a week is over. What happens after that? You think they still want you after that? And if they got you the first time, you're not their husband or wife, but you got somebody else's wife or husband. What happens after that? And what happens after that? And after that? And after that? Answer the question, man. After that, what after that? You keep giving yourself to everybody else except your person you're supposed to be giving it to. And you're wondering why they don't want me. And when you're feeling complex, you're feeling depressed, you're feeling sad, you're feeling used, you're feeling like a thought, you feel like somebody is stepping on you, you feel like your body disrespected you. Don't you not know when you connect to somebody intimately like that, there's a lot of connections that you don't see on a spiritual level? Now, God will tell you, The two shall be yoked together. The two shall become one flesh. When God said that, that means you judge. Oh, goodness. You don't know it's deep on a religious level. When you unite yourself with somebody intimately, intercourse, you want to say the word? Okay, go ahead. Sexually, whatever. Say the term, whatever. Everyone's scared. Ooh. When you do that, you unite yourself with somebody else's spirit and somebody else's entity. You take on a little bit of that person, the person take a little bit on you. Who's stronger might be the one to overcome. I mean, but it's like, think about it. So let me get 100 women, 50 women, sleep every girl I want. You know how many guys I've heard about and guys I've read about in stats who have had so many girlfriends and they had so many and it's like, some of them get depressive and suicidal too. Some of them feel so used and they're empty. They feel like just like some kind of breathing machine. They feel like just like there's no purpose because there's no love in it. It's just the base limbic passions taking over. There's no love. There's no tangibleness to it. You're just skimming the edges. You need to get real stuff. When you get a woman that loves you and cares for you and treats you right and you love her and treat her right, when you're looking out for her first as you treat your own body, as God said, a woman looking after you the same, and you're both looking out for God's interest. Who's God? Look up in the sky. Look at yourself. Look around you. That's God. When you're looking out for other people's interests other than your own, it can be a beautiful thing. And that relationship will last much longer than those things you see now, these one-night stands and hookup culture, going to the bar to get drunk and knocked up and stuff in the meantime. Who I'm going to bone this one, bone that. All the old terms are used. Knocking the boots. What's the other one? Boning this. The other one's like shake, rat, and roll, rock and roll in. Rock and roll. What does rock and roll mean? Oh, you're offending the rock and roll community. No. What is rock and roll? You need to know what you're in, man. What does rock and roll mean? From what I understood, it was rock and rolling in the cars. You're rocking each other and you're rolling each other in the car. You're playing around, screwing each other in the car while you're rocking and rolling. Why do you think Elvis Presley had such a nice showing with his gyrate and pelvic gyrate and gyrate? Well, what do you see now in the rap in the other songs? Oh, he's talking to everybody, upset everybody. I'm just telling you guys, we've been conditioned. We've been played by an enemy that we don't see. We've been given music and tunes and lyrics that we don't see and hear. That's been conditioning us for all the time because music is so powerful. Why do you think there's so many copyrights every song that comes out? Almost every time I put something on. Copyrights for this. Music is so powerful because words are one thing, but music goes right through. It can go to the subconscious too. Beautiful stuff. Nice lyrics. And some of the best beats. I remember Busta Rhymes songs. Best beats sometimes it's like, you listen to the words, it's like, what? Listen to reggae, conscious vibes, all the other stuff. And I'm like, anime, all the music too. Nice, sweet, solid music. New age music, all that stuff. The music for Titanic. I mean, oh man, where to start? You are a product of the environment. I am a product of my environment. I'm talking fast. I'm like trying to make sure the video don't go too long. But I'm just saying this much. You are more complex than you think you are. You're not to sell yourself short. You're not to go give in so quickly and say, well, my life is just, I'm just here to exist for a moment and I'm going to disappear one day. Have you not seen? Have you not heard? Have you not been told to you forever? Where do you come from? Where are you going? Where do you come from in this world? What's your purpose in this life here? Think about it, man. What's your purpose in this life? Just to born to live, eat, and die? To do nothing else? What's your purpose? Live, have a family, maybe go work hard. After a couple of years, buy a house or retire, and then die. And then what? What after? Now, this is not for those who know their purpose and the future. This is not those who do not. God bless the support and say, listen, I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro. But for those who don't know, let's consider. I'm not telling you anything bad. I'm not hating you. I love you. That's why I'm telling you this stuff. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because you have more value in you than they want to tell us in this world. They're telling us that we're non-essential. Who is telling us that? Look around you. I can say it, but then you won't see this video. I'm guaranteeing you that if I tell you who it is, the video will be good. Okay? So I'm saying, you want to know who's trying to tell you that you're nothing, that you have no purpose, that you came from slime pits, that you're a monkey, that you're a donkey, that you're a mule, that you're some toy, that AI is better than you, that your life is. How many times you gonna listen to people put you down before you say enough is enough? How many times you gonna listen to people sitting there and start stepping in your face before you understand enough is enough? How many times, whether it's family, relatives, friends, or coworkers, or people around you who says, they're better than you? Stop listening to them. Listen to your Heavenly Father you created up in the sky. Listen to the one around you. Listen to nature around you telling you, listen, man, He got this. You're made for a purpose. You're made to be holy. You're special. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. You're strong. You're not no pushover. You're not nobody's sex toy. You're not nobody's chump. You're not nobody's pushover. You're not nobody's roof. Okay, come on. I ain't gonna say no word. I don't curse. I'm just saying, think about it, right? You sell yourself short. You have a lot of purpose in yourself. Why you want to give in so easy? Let the guy wait. Let the girl wait if she has to. You know, talking about that, there's a nice movie I want you guys to look at. There's a movie called The Jesus Revolution. That's how we said, no, keep it going. That's fine. I'm hearing it. That was a nice movie. We just watched it a couple of years ago. And I thought, and his wife, a guy, he laid the act of Kramer. And I'm like, I was so surprised when he did it. I was like, that's so nice. It's about hippies and the hippie revolution. Well, let's talk about the hippies and Woodstock. I don't know too much, and I need to look at some videos of those things. I want to see, just like the civil rights thing. At some point in time in history, people got fed up of seeing a lot of things happen around the world. All the wars and violence and stuff. And they said, let's make peace. Let's make love, not war. All this stuff, all the chants, all this stuff. Why? It wasn't in vain. They wanted something more. But this is nothing new. This was happening in the past before. They wanted something new. They wanted something better. Humanity, people in general, want more. And I'm saying this because I'm like, it's trying to burst to come out of my mouth what I want to say. But I got to tweak. Because they were looking for more. That movie is actually nice. Look at it. On the Jesus Revolution video, I bought it. I'm ordering one on Amazon. It's like $13 thing, and hopefully price drops. But the Jesus Revolution. Why? Because they want more. You know what Jesus is called? One of his name is called The Desire of Ages by Ellen G. White. The Desire of Ages, Jesus. Because you're searching for stuff that cannot fill the void. You're searching for stuff that just ain't satisfactory enough. We all want more. If we didn't want more, we wouldn't be doing anything here that gets us in trouble. You understand what I'm saying? If we did not want more, we would not be doing stuff that gets us in trouble. When? It's the bad thing. When it's good, everybody's benefited. What my friend AJ says, rising tides lifts all ships and vessels, right? When you're doing what's right and honest and the world comes at you and try to persecute you for being honest and straightforward and helping each other up, it's good. So here's the thing. The Vietnam War, questionable. The war we had, World War I and II, questionable. We all question a lot of things. The Civil War, questionable. But yet life goes on. Back then, here's something, you remember this. Do you remember, I was talking to a friend of mine about this just a few minutes ago, about the pyramids and all this stuff and different nations, different things. Do you know that in some cultures, when the king or ruler died, they took all their wives with them and all their entourage with them? How is this relation to relationship? Don't you see it yet? Think about it. How is this relationship? It's all tied into the same thing. Relationship with humanity, relationship with the world, relationship with each other, spouses. It's the same thing because right now your brother and sister could be your enemy next minute. Your mama, sister, your mama, brother, cousins, they all be your enemy next minute. So let's talk about this. Back then, you could break it up, break it up maybe more. How long is this right now? Okay, it's going. Let's go. Think about it. You can actually, back then when a ruler died, they would actually take all their concubines and wives and whole entourage with them alive, but to die with them in a tomb, buried alive, because they thought that they'll have a next life after that, and they're gonna go to next afterlife to be taken care of. Well, how many of them came back and told you it was better? Seriously, remember I told you the video about if the dead could be from the grave? How many of them came back and said my life was better when I was buried in the tomb and dead with everybody else? They've been lying to us, man. When you die, you sleep. When you die, you sleep.
17.
That's okay. I won't keep it too long, but I'll tell you this much. Look back at the romances back then. Antony, Cleopatra, Romeo and Juliet. I don't know where this probably fable, Hamlet, and you know the stories of every society, every culture. We've all been searching for it. I told you about the music, looking for love, finding love, falling for love, all this love. But I want to tell you this: if you can get anything from this whole mishmash of stuff put together, you have a purpose here. You're made for a purpose. Each one of us are made for a purpose. Our duty in this life is to find out what that purpose is in relation to who God is, who your creator maker is. You can't skirt it. You can't get around it. The hippies, the woods, all this stuff, they're looking for it. Some of them did it through drugs and alcohol and sleeping around and screwing around each other and thinking that is what it is. Because, yeah, sex is pleasurable, it's nice, but it ends at a certain point. You can only go so far. Drugs can be, I've never tried this. I ain't going to say I know what it is, but from what I've seen in videos about it, people try drugs and stuff. It gives you a hit, a high, but it's empty. It leaves you languid and empty after. Those things are not filling. You're skimming, you're drinking empty, zero-cal food, and you want to be sustained. You're eating fast food, and you're not getting what you need in the meantime. You need to, man, you need more than that. You need more than that, more than what you've been looking for in the meantime. And if you can't find it over there, and you haven't found it yet, look up in the sky, man. Woman, look up in the sky. Look around you. Look into your heart. Look into yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. I keep telling you this. Look in the mirror and say, hey, who am I? Why are you where you are? So suppose your face is not symmetrical, and you know it is not, right? I hope you know that. For all those who think the most beautiful ads are symmetrical, you're not symmetrical. Neither is your arms or your legs or your feet. Your hands are not symmetrical either. You knew that? Yeah? Yeah. Ask. Go find out. I know what I'm talking about. God made you very uniquely on purpose. Is your heart directly centered in your body? Some people may have it, but it's like, come on, people. Think you can play God. Read Revelation, the Bible tells you. But relationships are very complex. I tell you this, relationships, wow, it does not stop you. You hearing something now? There's a lot more I got to tell you about this, but I'm telling you this much. 1, stop sleeping around. 2, stop shacking up. Please stop trying to sample before you get it. Get married first and keep it simple. Go married in City Hall and get a wedding after. But marry for the right reason. Marry the right person. Marry someone who loves you and cares about you as they love themselves. Don't marry no possessive abuser or some potential abuser. Don't marry anybody who might trying to harm you or too busy insecure with themselves, looking for everything and they're scared of everything, scared of their own shadow. Marry people who have strong will, strong love, strong heart, who want to look for your interests as well as their own. At the same time, looking that if you don't look the way you did when they first met you, you ain't gonna walk away from you and leave you. Go sleep with your sister, your friend, cousin, your brother, or mother. Okay? Look for people who actually say, hey, I like you for your essence, for you, your purpose in you. Because any people before, look at them before. Love. Remember Marilyn Monroe? What a beautiful young lady. Remember what I said? When I say the name after something, don't mean I'm talking about that person in particular. But I'm just saying, remember her? She's a beautiful young lady. She should have lived longer than that. She should have been here. Everybody should have been here. But why? We all dying so young. Chasing something that we just can't figure out. Well, all these people here but Hollywood and who's this, who's in some cult, who's this, who's that, who's doing this, who's doing that, who's doing this. And it's just pass them around to each other. Pass them around to each other. It's like one wife, another one's wife, another one's wife, another one's wife, another one's wife. And I'm like, I can name names. But I'm like, you know, is it right? Is it fair? They can I, if I say B-R-E-E-D, B-R-E-D, isn't it people that B-R-E-D each other, or the B-R-E-E-D-I-N-G? I'm gonna tell you more next time. But just saying, take care of yourself. Don't listen to the lies. Take care of yourself. Okay? God bless y'all. That's all I'm gonna tell you, but I gotta get a better platform because I hope you see this video, but there's a lot more to tell you. But I'm just saying, we gotta answer to somebody into this. We have to answer to somebody. I, you and me, have to answer to someone for our behavior and our action. In our bodies, outside of our bodies. In our lives, our circle of influence, how we treat each other, how we relate to each other. Okay? We have to answer for it. Not just about playing around, screwing around, just sensual pleasure every day. That can only go so far. More is needed. You know, more is needed. The heart, your life, the balance, functionality, the long suffering, the genuineness, the gentleness, the character, the charity, the love. You need more. Okay, so go look for more. Don't settle for less and think, well, there's nothing else out there. I'm just gonna pick up there. No, look for more. Look in the garden. Look around you in the flower. Look around the stuff there. Yeah, you can turn the camera and look at that too. You're looking at me only. You're just watching me on the whole 20 minutes. Yeah? Let them see something else. You just don't want to show anything else, eh? Yeah, this is one. Hey, how with the money's making a video? I'm just saying, but she's hooking us up in the meantime. She does a lot of editing for the videos, and thank God she's doing that. Because I don't have the time. There's so much stuff coming out. I have so much stuff to do here. Look at the garden. I'm trying to get it fixed up, but I'll show them the garden in a second. This is what we're trying to do right now. Trying to make it look beautiful. Trying to make it a mixed match of things. Keeping it, you know, flowers here, flowers there. But I want the bees and the pollinators to come around and to have fun and to enjoy themselves. We take care of the bees and the birds and the butterflies, and they take care of us. You take care of the crops take care of us. Relationships, you take care of all the stuff, they take care of us. So if you refuse to take care of it, then you plan to fail. As my pastor said once, not my pastor, Pastor D.L. McFall, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So let's plan to succeed by doing it God's way, a different way, not the way we've been doing it all this time in all the histories. Look back at the dynasties and history in the past, Egyptian and different empires, Egyptian, Medo-Persian, Babylonian, all this stuff. Look back at all this stuff. It didn't last. Roman, it didn't last. So now we're here down now. Our time is here now, and our time is limited. Time is running out. What are we going to do in this world that's going to last to be more than what have been done before? What have we learned from the past that we're not planning to repeat? What have we learned in this life to make it better than what it is now? Because if we ain't learning it, the good things from the bad, we're going to repeat the bad, and you will see the results of it in due time. God bless y'all. We're going to catch up. I'm going to go finish putting some mulch in the back, and I want to get some good rewards and good reaping from what we're going to plant here. All right? You guys are awesome. Love you. Take care.